Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. Welcome back to more Spin and Goes on a Wednesday. Hello, let's take a look at our graph so far this year. All right, so those of you who've been following along will know that we have a loose, yet not so loose challenge target to try and play 10,000 spinning goes this year. And we have been stuck in what I like to call the doldrums. We've kind of been in this no man's land. Not much happened between point A and point B. However, you will note point C is considerably higher than everything else we've done so far. And I'm really hoping that we can keep that train a-rolling down the track. That would be very, very cool. We did have a couple very good sessions. Last couple sessions have been pretty positive. During yesterday's session, that was a very big spike for us. During yesterday's session, we won a ton of EV. We were down dollars after all, but we were very much so up EV, which is what we're trying to accomplish in this challenge. Winning EV is so much more important than winning dollars in the short term. In the long term, the EV will sort itself out. That's fine. We're happy with that. So today we want to remind ourselves, yesterday at the start of the stream, how did we kick things off? We kicked off by saying we're keeping it professional. We're not going to cry about stupid shit. We're going to play volume. We're going to play the hands, and we're not going to worry about the outcomes. And we are going to try our best to keep up with our little routine that we have. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire up one table, get warmed up. We're going to fire up two. We're going to play the volume. We're going to mark hands for review during that session, and then we're going to do a quick review session at the end of today's stream as per usual. If you guys are new here, we do of course track all of our progress here in the graph using Hand to Note, which I'm actually now partnered with. If you guys want 10% off of Hand to Note, let me know. I've actually put some information on my website already, but basically use code NWTV, you get 10% off. I legitimately think this is, maybe the best, if not the best, tracking software available on the market as of right now. And this is how we're going to track things. We're also going to mark some hands for review in this nice little marked hands box as well. That's how we know what we're going to look after later on. Thank you to everybody who came in nice and early today. Hello, Rox. Hello, Tom. Our power mods are here. Undersea Monkey, of course, ever present. Senor Banez has arrived. Demo is here as well. And John Edwards, boss man. Thank you, John Edwards. I appreciate that. What's up, Joni? Good to see you as well. QB for Trolls. Hello. So guys, this is important for me to say out loud because I want to, at all times, I'd like to imagine that even if we're not making loads of progress in dollars, I'd like to imagine we're making progress as a poker player. Whenever we have a big upswing like this, I get really excited about the game again. I start to really lock in, but we don't want to get sloppy now, okay? Yesterday, I felt the flow. I felt like I was in flow. I felt like we were making good decisions. We were deviating. We were getting away from spots that, we might have just sort of lazily stacked off in. And I think that one of the main energies of a session that I think goes really well or one of the main sort of feelings that you get when you're playing good poker is you're not trying to force anything. You're not trying to reach to make things happen. You're just kind of taking each spot as it comes and you're evaluating them individually. And then you're kind of just like, okay, what is this solid? If it feels solid, we're going to do it. If it feels a little bit flimsy, we should leave it alone. That's what we're trying to embody today. So let's get into our first games and let's see if we still have the flow from yesterday. Let's take a look. So we are playing 25s, as always. If you guys are new here, the idea is we're trying to play $250,000 worth of poker this year, $25 at a time. That's 10,000 games. And game number one is for 3 times the buy-in. Quarterback for Trolls is here. I cannot believe it. Happily waves at the chat and the eminent and wonderful sword swinger Raksha. Don't forget about the sword swinger Tom. Tom loves swinging his sword. Spraggy was asking on stream and challenging you, but I guess you didn't see it. I did not see that, but that would be fun. I enjoy making content with Spraggy. We actually haven't had a chance to work too much together over the years. We are kind of in different arenas, as it were. Him being more MTT based, I'm more spin based. I really wanted to get Spraggy involved in more of our spin and go showdown stuff, but that didn't really pan out in the end as well. We ended up having some really good other alternative guests anyway. Okay, let's see how well I can play Pocket Kings 15 big blinds deep. ASMR. How well do you guys think I can play Pocket Kings 15 big blinds deep? Very good. Club? Hey, thanks for the follow. Eddie Nobluffs. What's going on? Eddie Nobluffs. Is this the same Eddie Nobluffs from Instagram? Cash Player? Am I remembering this correctly? I believe, I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm pretty sure Eddie Nobluffs has started to create content for Instagram recently. I believe it's in the cash scene. I could be completely wrong. I could be misquoting here. I'm going to give it a quick Google before I keep banging on about this. Eddie Nobluffs, here he is. The man, the myth, the legend. If you guys do not follow Eddie Nobluffs, same name on Instagram. He's been creating a lot of content surrounding his progress playing cash games professionally. I believe he just got back from Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. Recently started posting. First post was in the 5th of May, so very recent. But I have to say, I enjoy the content. Not just saying that because he's on stream now. Legitimately like the style of posting, and it's really cool to keep up with somebody who's doing it for real and not trying to obfuscate, you know what I mean? He's doing it for real. He's sharing all the results. He's actually doing, like, you know, the cost of living and like how much he spent on food and stuff like that too, which is like massively overlooked, I think. And I think that's really, really cool. You guys should give him a look. 8 and a 6. Let's keep this in the limp category. Let's see if we can actually get a little opening to enter this pot here at some point. I feel like we're just getting beat down now, but there's not really too much to be done. We need to find some hands to actually run with. The trade use isn't going to run here either. Jack 10 of hearts is good enough. This is going to be okay. Nice. We are actually dominated in the end for the 4 big blinds or whatever, but it's obviously a mandatory call. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Eddie Nobluffs. Thank you for the follow. Jim Lad, thank you for the follow. Jim Lad, what is going on? How do you not already follow me, buddy? What's going on here? What's going on? Yes, sir. Same Eddie Nobluffs from Insta. Enjoy your content. Thanks, man. I was really enjoying your updates from Vegas, and I wish you all the best. It looks and sounds as though you've got it. You're playing very well. You know what I mean, mate? And I think that's great. But I think the way that you approach the game and the way that you talk about it, I think I can also tell that, you know, this isn't just like upswing territory. Like you might be on a great upswing right now as well, which is fantastic. But what I mean by that is, I really feel like you've got very solid. You've got a good process. And the process is very, very important in all these things, isn't it? Yeah, we can't be folding just yet. We could potentially check raise. I think when we've got the king high to go with our 4 of spades, I think we want to check raise a little bit less. There is an argument that calling twice here is not completely ridiculous. If we call again very frequently, we will get a check at river. Now I'm hoping that he hasn't just spiked this 10 with, like, you know, 10-8 suited or something like that. There's an argument that an ace should slow down some of the time here for fear of running into trips. Just a little king high spot. No big deal, guys. No big deal. Anyway, go give Eddie Nobluffs a follow, guys, on Insta. He's making some good stuff. No, what I'm trying to very poorly say live on stream while I'm trying to play poker at the same time is, I like your thought process. I like your method. I like your methodology. I like that you're note-taking everything, including expenses. And I just think treating poker like a business is fucking cool. And I think you're doing a really good job. And I think that's, I think that is super good for other people to see. I think that makes you a good ambassador for poker as well, because making cool, like, you know, I took a shot content is fun for a little while, but at some point it's just really toxic for people in general. And I think that we need more responsible gaming advocates. Anyway, make an incredible call down with king high because we're obviously super geniuses, and then we get punished blindy blind with the 100% push. Okay, what are we going to do here? This one is fine. Yeah, we've looked these up recently. The queen six suited is good. We'll mark it for review just in case we've missed a spot here, but pretty sure this one runs. It's not a bad start. Queen six suited. All right, let's get that one in for review. We'll just look that one up really quickly at the end of today's sesh. I need to change out of this year, don't I? Let's change. Oh, nope. Mark hand, unmark, filter, session, month, apply. A7's got to go here. That is some significant run good, but obviously we are making the right decision here. Zelzel waking up with kings is like, whatever. He wakes up with a monster in a really nice spot, but we ultimately are doing the right thing. Let's double check the A7 as well, but I'm almost positive that one's got to go. He's shoving 5 big blinds. We have the best hand. Way too much there. Okay. So we blast. No, we're not going to call here. 10-9 suited. Definitely a hand we just want to play normally if we can. Let's play this as the 2.4. And the 4s are just an easy push here. Both players are under 10 effective. Pretty much any pocket pair is going to be a slam dunk here. I would be interested to see what the actual value of like pocket 2's push there is at 10 effective. I'm pretty sure it's significant. What's up, Jim Lad? Hello. Thank you for the follow, finally. I don't know what you've been up to, mate. Yes, sir, I can boogie. Boogie woogie. All night long. How you doing, Jim? Jim, you fucking lad. You absolute lad. Yes, lad. Bane says you can reach out to Spraggy and talk with him about the Spin and Go challenge. I can. I don't want to flex or anything, guys. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable with my steez, but I do have Spraggy's phone number, so I could text him if I want. It'd be funny is if we just prank called him live on stream. He wouldn't think it's very funny. That's the kind of thing that Spraggy frowns upon, I'm afraid. Oh, yes, sir. I'm going all in, and I'm running really good. Yes, sir. Going all in. And it feels so fucking good. Oh, yes, sir. Going all in. But we're gonna fold 6-4 off. 4 big blinds in a dream with pocket 3s. Can't miss it. Cannot miss it. The 4 big blind jamming range is so wide here, by the way. The walk is pretty good for us here. I'm not going to lie. 10 tray of spades. Very live cards. Any 3 is fine. I'll accept any 3. Hey. I said I would accept any 3. We don't need 2 of them. All right, cool. We take those. It's fine. It's fine. It's approved. Oh, yes, sir. All right, Kim Boogie. Man, new keyboard. I'm still getting used to here. I'm still getting used to typing numbers. It's in a weird position. 2907. 2026. That is funny. Just I just clipped the we'll take any 3 spot and we get 2 in a row. Pretty spicy, mate. King and a 7. Okay, this is a particularly interesting board for this hand. We have the King of Spades. Our opponent, theoretically, actually shoves quite a few ace combos in this spot. So on ace, ace 10, they will actually have a surprisingly small number of trip aces. Certainly could have some 10s, some 10x. I don't see any reason to bluff. I mean, we have showdown, we have a big draw, we have a very big draw, we have a royal draw. And now we have a flush, which is extra good. Yeah, we're gonna raise now. If I was Zelzel, what looks like the most suspicious size? 7? 7 seems kind of greedy, right? Yeah, nice hand, nice hand. Still a nice hand regardless. Not complaining. All right, we're going to take a flop here. What's up, Ed K? Good to see you, mates. Pretty much no hand here. It's not really much of a move either. By the way, shout out to Ed K for winning a big multiplier earlier on today. $5 buy-in, $100 spike. Love to see the community getting those ones. Well done, mate. Yes, sir, I can boogie, but I need a certain song. Grinaldo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the squad. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. All sesh long, that's right. Love a sesh. Who doesn't love a sesh here? All right, we're going to have to fire some more tables in a sec, guys. Feeling good. Feeling like we're making good decisions so far. Okay, I'm a little bit concerned about the min raise here. Let's see if we can spike something, and then we'll go with that. Yes, sir. 92%. but I need a certain flop. You're fine just to 3-bet jam that one as well. If he turns it with aces, he'll make a note as well. I'm going a little bit off piste here, but I'm kind of feeling the vibes. I'm going with the I'm vibe coding that maneuver. I'm vibe coding 92%. Ace 9 of diamonds. This is actually a big ISO hand. We're gonna go for this size. We will call the jam if required. Yes, sir. I'm a Zelzel, but I need a Zelzel chance. Ace Queen. Should we vibe code the Ace Queen trap? This is vibe coding, guys. This is serious vibe coding. This is a pretty good vibe code. Oh, we're getting check raised. I don't think he has Jack 10 that often. It's possible some of the time. Let's see if he commits the rest. Oh, Zelzel. You're a Zelzel. Just in case. Oh, yes, sir. He's a Zelzel. And we just vibe coded a fucking 100% chance all in on the turn. Cool. Very good. Grinaldo, hello, mate. Welcome. Just remember, guys, if you are new, there is a 90-second delay on the stream. So if you're chatting, see beneath me, this is what I'm seeing in real time. So if you don't see your comment come up, when you see it come up, that's when I see it with the delay added. That's why we have that box there. So if you are chatting to me or whatever, and I'm not chatting back directly, just give me a sec to catch up. Waves at the eminent sword swinger Ed K. Okay, $100 game, and we are playing against the King of Poker. I don't want to use the word nemesis, but particularly good player. Has my number in many situations. King 9, turns top pair. Okay, pretty cool. So limps, full pot's turn. I do feel as though we're strong enough to raise here. I would imagine getting called by worse nines, some straight draws, and some flush draws as well. 3 of diamonds, actually relatively clean, I would say. I would imagine King of Poker betting his diamonds on the flop more often, like not always, but more often. And for that reason, I think we probably still want to go for value. Ooh, this is rough. This is really, really rough. I don't think we can win now. If King of Poker had a 9, he would just call, or a 7, he would just call. And I don't think he's bluffing. Ooh, that's a brutal one. That's a big pot. But I think we're being very, very responsible. We're being responsible with the fold because that's definitely not a bluff. If he has showdown, he'll just call us if he doesn't believe us. And I don't think that the check jam is a hand that we can beat, I'm afraid. The diamond, like I said, isn't a particularly, it's not like a great river for us, but the paired board is very good for us. Because we then, we counterfeit some of the 2 pairs. Not tons, but some. All right, let's run this one. Yeah, I mean, I think it's too good to miss, but let's actually mark that one for review as well. We'll take a look at that after stream. not that one. King 9 on the 9 turn. Paired forward, mark hand. Cool, we got that one in the bank. Ace 5, let's go. Yep, ace 5 into 10 is pretty unlucky. Still always going to get this one all in at some points. If they have a better hand, they have a better hand. That's cool. Next game. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that one turns out later on when we do our review. Manu says, hey Nick, PokerStars needs an animation of a mini Nick Walsh dancing and throwing money around when you win a game. I feel like it's about time I got my own throwable. I agree with you. I mean, Strag has his own throwable. To be fair to Strag, he worked at PokerStars for 20 years. He was instrumental in many things that we consider to be PokerStars lore now. So can't be mad about that. But there is a Spraggy throwable. Also, I'm not going to put myself in the same tier as Senor Spraggles. I would say Spraggy is far more a poker celebrity than I. So I think that makes sense too. However, we have ticked off Strag. We have ticked off Spraggy. It's about time. We got a Nick Walsh spin and go throwable, please. Undersea Monkey, afternoon meeting's about to kick off. Muting. All right, I'll see you in a bit, Mike. To be fair, I accidentally mute myself on this channel so often, you're probably safe no matter what. Went to the gym on Monday. Felt very healthy. Definitely a bit sore today. I'm going to try and hit the gym after stream today again as well. But first, we play. King 9 a dime. King 9 suited. Getting check jammed on. I am tempted to pause after this game and take a look really quick because I would like to see. Our hand is way too strong to miss, right? The diamonds are going to bet the flop way more often than that anyway. It's an unfortunate run out. Tell you what, after this game, let's turn off stars really quick and let's take a look at that hand really quick so I can get out of my brain. We can focus on the future. I could get used to this. Little iced tea. 7. Nice. GG. Okay, cool. Let's close up stars really quick. And let's review this one hand. I feel like it's probably fine. But let's take a quick look. Okay, so let's take a look at the King 9 spot here before we move on. So just again, crystal clear, guys, I have closed PokerStars. We are now studying. We are no longer playing. There's not a single table open. And the client is completely closed, so it's not even open on the desktop. So we check versus limp, which I think we probably do some raising, mostly checking. On the flop, check, check. On this turn, once we get here, I do think raising is probably going to be what we want to do most of the time. At this stack depth, our opponents can still have pocket 3s, pocket 4s, pocket 7s, pocket 9s, I guess. But I think that our hand is definitely strong enough on a double flushing board to put more in here. There's a call. On the river, the 3 of diamonds is the flush draw for sure. So it's the flush draw coming in. 5-6 is definitely still a possibility. Our opponent could have limped with 5-6 suited or something like that too. But I feel like at this point, I think a lot of regs would probably bet their 5-6 on the flop directly to try and get value from 7-4 tray diamonds. So reg v reg, we can kind of assume that what the computer does is going to be pretty close to reality. We're going to be up against other 9s that can still call. Sometimes, you know, maybe it could be the case that the bet becomes too thin because we have a 9. But let's take a look anyway. I'm going to fire up GTO Wizard. And we're going to take a look at this one hand on review from the hand history. And then we're going to try and draw some conclusions. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like the turn is where we deviate. Like I said, there's probably some raising, mostly checking. That's correct. On the flop, check is good. On the turn, okay. So they do advocate for the raise, but they prefer raise to 6. We actually went for 5. So energy is good, vibe is good. We're finding a size that is very, very close to the suggested sizing. And then we're actually finding the sort of in between, right? So like if we're probably only ever going to raise to one size here, we're not going to use like 4.5 and then 6 and then an all in. We might use the all in, actually. That's not true. But you get what I'm saying. We're in between 4.5 and 6 basically exactly. So this is fine. So we'll take a look at the study from here in a second. As played, we get here, our opponent checks. So they're not showing this because they think we've deviated too far on the turn. But let's actually take a look at the whole solve and we'll go from 6. So let's say rather than raising to 4.5, we raise to 6 and then they call. River is the 3 of diamonds. And they check, and then I mean, King 9's got to go again here, surely. Okay, cool. So here is the vibe here. Basically, they are happy to. So this is actually a good breakdown. If you guys don't know how to read this, if you look down at the bottom right here, these are the individual combinations based on the actual combo that you hold with the suits, and then you can actually see the individual EV of every single move. So we end up with have King 9 of spades specifically. In fact, I'm looking at the wrong part of this. This is King 9 suited, actually. We're up here. Here you go. This is it. So actually, they've decided that the check is going to be better on this river than the bet. However, what you will note is the EV of every single line that we take is going to be beneficial. So King 9 in this particular spot would prefer to check, and it thinks that it has a slightly larger overall EV than betting. But you can see that literally shoving is going to generate 10.27 big blinds. Betting 8.5 is going to do 10.62, betting 5. So it's basically like so good that we can't really fuck it up. However, let's just assume that we are going to bet again. Let's say that on the river we bet... okay, so what is the actual strategy? Let's assume that we don't have the actual King 9 specifically. So bet 8.5. So we're not a million miles off. I think we bet like 7 or something like that. Let's say that we do bet that and then they go all in. King 9 is going to call. The issue that we have with the comparison here is that you've put in so much more of your stack that you're going to continue with it. The way that we've played it is we've sized down on the flop a little bit, on the turn, excuse me, and then we've sized down a little bit on the river. And I do think it's almost impossible for us to be winning against that specific spot. But overall, the concepts are here. The concepts are correct. The raise is correct. The bet is correct. Aside from the fact that theoretically, they actually prefer checking when you don't have... Sorry, King 9 of diamonds is the rivered flush. What am I talking about? Anyway, yeah. King 9 is literally the diamonds with... That makes sense. Okay, ignore what I'm saying about the King 9. Essentially what they're saying is King 9 is kind of better as a check, but really it's pretty hard to fuck it up. Now, whether or not we bet call, I think it's down to just sort of the reality of like what we face, and I think that that's probably good. Okay, I feel okay about this overall. I think this is fine. It is good that we find the raise. I think a lot of players would miss the raise there on the turn. So with that, we'll close up everything here. We'll make sure GTO Wizard is completely put away, and then we can fire up stars safely. All right, let's get back to the games. Let's fire up some more tables too. I am somewhat surprised to see that King 9 is going to check there a little bit more. It's not by much. It's really not by much. It's also really useful to have that EV comparison as well, right? Because there's a big difference between we've picked what GTO considers to be slightly less optimal, and then the alternative is like catastrophically bad, or if it's, you know, close and you have like solid justification for it. Thanks for the follow, Zena. I really, really like those comparisons with the EV though. I think that's actually ultra helpful because it's very, very easy to, you know, ask somebody who you think is good at poker, what do you think about this? And they'll say, oh, I looked it up and it's a fold, right? But, or like, I looked it up and you're supposed to raise here, whatever, right? Without the actual comparison, without the actual comparison, it is very, very difficult to quantify how much worse or how different these situations are for us. So without that, without access to GTO Wizard there, right? It can just be like, oh, okay, cool. I have a friend who has access. It's to check you got to check the river. If you get to that river and you think that your opponents are going to play slightly differently from GTO, where they get to showdown with fewer diamonds and fewer straights, the bet obviously becomes significantly better. And, you know, I hope you guys appreciate that. It's not my, like, I'm happy to go and open that stuff up and just be completely wrong and then be like, ah, cool, okay, we're doing this wrong. I do think that there's a lot to be said for, you know, what I was making out on stream as well regarding the way that diamonds are played, the way that straights are played, the way that sets are played in reality versus a computer. Now let's take the ace deuce out of there. And let's fire up some more tables here. So table number 1 is going to be the one that's open now. Oops. And let's get another table on the go and see if we can't snag a couple not reg games. 2. Sweet. All right. Let's do this. So this guy's been playing a bit more on the right-hand side from Ireland. Can't say we have much info yet. Ace 5 LFG. This is probably okay in the 2x multi. The King Jack is definitely going to be a profitable shove. Simplifies just a smidge here in the 2x multi where we have less time to actually make moves. 7s. Against this player specifically, let's just simplify that one too. Joratinio, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Straight me. Nice hand, nice hand. Pretty standard encounter here. Pretty standard encounter here. The 3-bet jam with the ace is very standard. Go again. If you guys are watching and you haven't hit that follow button, please do so. I was hoping we were going to be a smidge more in the follower department than we are so far. I think we just crossed 2,100 or something. Let's go to King 10 suited. Bet the flop for value for sure. Stream manager. Should be a decent turn bet as well. Although I have to say, actually, on this texture, there's a lot less we get called by. Let's check the turn. We will call a river bet, of course. This actually might be a good spot to try a Nick Walsh check back check. We will get hero called by a 5 here, a fair amount versus the reg. The number of times they trap diamonds here, I think, is somewhat restricted as well. Got him. Okay, 2,106 followers. Try and get that number up by the end of the year. We will be playing a little bit more on stream in general, so we should be doing okay soon. Queen 7 is gonna be fine in this department. Follower. It's good, isn't it, Tom? That was Raksha's favorite addition to the alerts. I think she was absolutely right as well. That one's really grown on me. Follower. King and a 5. We're definitely getting close to shove territory. King 5 probably goes as a jam here if we want to on the left, but we want to optimize there a little bit if we can. Now, getting check raised here is an interesting prospect. We will get check raise bluff here a lot. And we do have the wraparound, so I think we're going to continue. See how we go on the turn. He will check raise, give up a fair amount too. So once we get to this point, the objective is to try and get him to fold nothing. And some of his nothing will actually be better than a nine high as well. So why don't we go ahead and do this? And fold this one against King of Poker. Nice. If we are going to bet those boards, it is nice to have the backup of like the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, whatever. But King of Poker definitely knows our game by now. We have to start adapting to that as well. And I think we have the power. Zig Zigga. All right, look, King of Poker, you're gonna win this pot. It's all yours, mate. It is all yours, mon frere. Interesting turn. Zigga Zigga. Can we get to showdown with the 6? Ugh, this is nasty. This one is real nasty on the right here. I mean, I'm assuming he would probably bet his king and his 9 on the turn. Backdoor diamonds makes perfect sense. Just to be extra annoying, of course. But we were correct. No king, no 9. Those are the main culprits that we lose against there. And the fact he has that combo is whatever. Backdoor diamonds. There's a fair number of diamonds that probably bet turn as well as a semi-bluff, so it's good. Just felt like such a straight value bet, didn't it? That size in the end. Pretty annoying. What would you expect? King of Poker's too good, guys. Pocket Jables. This guy runs so good. It's crazy. This gentleman is not only a very good spin and go player, but also the world record holder for how many times can I get it on against Nick Walsh, pair over pair. World record holder for how many times can Nick Walsh shove and I have the best hand. Current count 8 million. Okay, I'm looking at that. Gonna play poker. Hey Jeffrey, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah. Huh. Start bluffing here. Let's start bluffing on the right. Let's start bluffing. Let's value at the turn. And six, 4. Probably going to check call the turn here on the left. Trip 6s. Do the full pot here. Get called by a 5 here. That'd be cool. Or an ace high. Chris Pambos, what's up? I know, Jackson and Queens is whatever. It's fine. Getting min raised by the King of Poker here. So incredibly spicy. We have the 10 of hearts in our hand, though, which is something. Facing the 3 big blind bet, I just don't see how we can really do anything here. It's not exactly speculative just because we have the 10 of hearts for 3/4 pot. And just like yesterday, what we're trying to do is we're trying to negotiate ourselves into situations against these very good players where we feel confident that we're making good moves. We're not trying to play their game, we're trying to play our game. And there might be facets there, there might be bits of this game, facets of this game that they're playing much better than us. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised in the case of a player like King of Poker. But we're not trying to do anything that we don't feel good about. We're not going to play into their hands. We're just going to play the game that we know, which has served us very well over the years. Served us very well indeed. For example, calling with the Ace-Jack of Hearts, which is, of course, the super nuts. Sorry, guys, that's the wrong table. There we go. That's the right table. I would say that a very large portion of the frustration that we have felt in the last few months has a lot to do with the fact that I feel like we're trying to play a game that is not our own, and we need to feel a lot better about just playing our game. So I don't think he's got king queen that often, which is good. He's going to have some worse kings. He's going to have some clubs. I would say shoving the turn is very good. We're probably going to get called by like queen 10 sometimes and all that kind of jazz. Our opponent has the same hand, which is fine. But again, probably worth noting the flat from the king-jack offsuit there, because that's definitely a little bit off-piece compared to GTO. Don't think it's completely wild. Call SB multi-way, 15 effective, was king-jack off. That's really the only note we need there, just because we're going to be aware that he's going to turn up with some slightly stronger hands there than anticipated. Cobretti, good afternoon. How you doing? Good to have you here. Just a push. This is just math. Trading to queens, unfortunately. The 8-9 jam here will actually massively outperform against the population. These two unknown players will overfold for sure. Blind v blind, which means the shove is really, really good. Uzupan, we have notes. We have notes about this guy. We have some notes. Okay, pretty gross turn. It's not the end of the world, but we're going to try and take a card. A 9 or a 6 would be really sweet. Pretty bad run out overall, to be honest, really, for our hand. We can check flop here as well. I don't think betting is necessary. I do think that against this player specifically, we do well with a bet, though. Getting more chips in the pot, where I think they're going to be quite face-up with the way they represent their flop strength, I think is good. Good chance we got called by a worse hand on the flop, and they got their turn and river. We already know that he likes to trap us, which is another sign that he's going to turn up with King X, Ace X as a limp there, blind v blind. And we are just playing 4 chips. That's what we're doing today, guys. We're just trying to win chips at all costs. It's a nice flop. Against this player, again, going to be more passive, a bit more face-up. I think we'll give him some rope on the flop. We'll bet big on the turn if we have to. I think we'll do a little raise here. And the river, hopefully we still have the best hand. That would be nice. He's going to call us with Jack 10 of diamonds. Close, close. Okay, so he did. This guy has trapped us here. We don't have the stack depth exactly. Let's just trust our notes here a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think at this point we can start betting with our gut shot. That's unfortunate. Has the spades, didn't bet it. I'll make a note there in just a moment. Folds. That was annoying. If it doesn't run that way exactly, we might actually bluff again. Did not bet FD. OP after fold, shove. And again, I don't hate the check there from the flush draw. He has king high to go with his flush draw. I don't think it's bad. Just something we want to be noting down because some players we have marked in blue will never miss the opportunity to bet a flush draw. Comeback is real. Comeback is so real with pocket queens. Nice. Back up to 5.6. Never give up, never surrender. Okay. Let's try this. And run there actually. Okay, fine. Cool. We get the chips in good. Get there. Nice answer. That was actually mega comeback territory for a minute. I don't think we know the player on the left here. Yanimo. Interesting. Yanimo. Nine of spades. Start with this one. Oh shit. That was a misclick. Don't. No. No. History tabs. Restore window. There we go. Nope. 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 All right. I don't think they've got any history. I don't think I've got any history on the Yanimo either. Yeah, it seems like it. We're gonna do this one. Yep. We were talking about this spot yesterday, guys. Suited connector jams versus unknowns. Ultra effective. Tray of clubs. Total tabula rasa. What a great phrase. Total blank slates. It's Latin, I believe. Tabula rasa. Latin. I don't know. It's a 2x multiplier, guys. Whatever. I don't want to give up any equity in these spots, even if our opponents are going to be on the tighter side. We lose very little in that exchange, which is just always a nice treat. All right, this is not the worst start we've ever seen. I think we're going to go like this. We will call a shove if we need to. Tabula rasa. I guess we have to shove turn. There are still some combos at fold turn, I think. This is fine. Tabula rasa. Fair enough. Definitely don't think there's anything wrong with that. We'll mark that for review just to check the sizings, but seems good. I do wonder about the king-9 call. Seems probably okay. Seems okay. I want to look at that one in a sec, though. Right. Jumping on the big man. The bigger diggers out. Oh, we're getting check raise. Zozo wants a little check raise. Zozo looking for a little check raise. Ace 10 is a good hand. All right, cool. All right, really quick, guys. We are gonna play this pot as a 2.5x ISO. I need to update my tracker. Silver chests. Shoot. Fold this one. Silver chest. Copy. Paste. 40 bucks. Cash. 2907 2026. Okay, so that's updated, and we're up to gold again, which is great. Ooh, hello. Can you imagine one big blind donking here like a genius? Trap aces at all costs. Trap the Zozo, trap the Zozo. Shorty don't like it. Bet with top set, bet with top set. One of the benefits of a classical education, not that I had one. I mean, you know, one of the benefits of The streets. Turn into pair like a boss. Go on, Zelzo. You got a 2-barrel. Oh, we got to check again, guys. We got to check again. Go on, value bet the jack. I dare you. Do it. Do it. Ugh. He's just got no hand. He's just got no hand. The checks are perfect. The checks and balances are perfect here. We are doing the right thing. We're not getting rewarded for it, though. Jack 6 of clubs. Definitely a push here. Clubs. Let's go. Undersea Monkey, you're like what's his name from A Beautiful Mind. You're like what's his name from A Beautiful Mind, you know, like didn't have a classical education, but for some reason you woke up and you knew what tabula rasa meant. Okay, really quick, guys. I'm going to close PokerStars again. I know, sorry, guys, we're going a bit off-piste here with the hands, but usually what we do is we wait to the end of the session to do a review. There's been a couple of hands that I want to like think about while we're here in the moment. So again, PokerStars is closed. We're not playing poker right now. We have no tables open. The entire client is closed. We're going to take a look at this one. So this is going to be fine so far. I would say this is probably textbook so far. I think big bet here is cool because basically we can commit ourselves to the jam while also, you know, putting pressure on some 4x, some 9x here. As played, we jam turn. I feel like this is pretty standard. I don't really know what else we're supposed to do, but I could be wrong. So let's fire up GTO Wiz again for the second time while we're offline. And let's just take a look. I feel good about this hand though. I feel pretty good about this one. Cool. So pre-flop, ISO 2-3 is definitely a thing, obviously. Cool. We can check or we can bet 3. They both have very similar values. I want to look at what happens if we check, but there we go. On this turn, the all-in is 100%. Cool, pretty straightforward. So 2 things I want to look at. Let's study the whole spot. Number 1, if we check and they bet, I'm guessing we have a chance to check jam. So let's say that we check, and then our opponent bets. There's 6 in the pot, I think. Yeah, 6 in the pot. Okay, cool. And they bet like, I don't know, what's the most common size here? Bet 1, 33%. Bet 1 is pretty common. Okay, let's say they bet 1. And we have queen 10 suited. You can do some raising here, obviously. That was the idea, right? You're going to check raise this hand the same way you might check raise aces. Jack 9-4 is a pretty good board to check raise on because your opponents will connect with this a fair amount. They'll also have hands that have equity that probably want to try and get folds too. So if you have like queen 10 of spades, for example, queen 10 of hearts, queen 10 of clubs, this is basically the idea is we're going to check raise to something like 4 or 3.5. Cool, that makes sense. I think the check is definitely fine. If we go back to here as well, you know, aces probably wants to do a mix of stuff here too. If we have the ace of diamonds in our hand, it does change things. Having the ace of diamonds means we check more often. Our opponents will have fewer suited aces that they limp call with here where we're going to stack off against them, so they have more of the other stuff that we have equity against. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, cool. This makes sense. So as played, bet 3 was the other size that we use if we're going to use a size. And then the rest is all textbook. What I want to see is, what was the run out here? 4 of spades. We're all in. Does king 9 still call? I think it might do. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. As expected, that's cool. Okay, cool. Let's close everything up again. Let's get back to our tables. And queen 10 can come out of our marked hands. Yeah, I know it was John Nash. Is his name John in the actual film as well? I mean, it seems like that should be his name, right? But I mean, I can't remember. What was Matt Damon? Was Matt Damon's character called John? John Nash. All right. Yeah, updated. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice game. All right, let me open up stars again, guys. Got to log back in really quick. Tabula rasa. Tabula rasa. Tabula rasa. Okay, we go back to the poker. We return to the pokers. Tabula rasa, tabula rasa. These are not good games. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. These are not good games for us. No. I want that one. Thank you. No. No. God damn it. That's the one we want there. Okay. Now this one we want over here. That's the one. Okay. Tabula rasa. I gotta say, guys, the hotkey on this bad boy is so nice. This mouse was a sick upgrade. You see there's like this is the normal click, and then there's two little clickers here. There's two individual corner buttons. So I've got that corner button as the all-inner. I've only misclicked like once so far as well, which is pretty cool. So when we say a move is decision is Nash, we mean Nash approved. When I say an all-in is Nash approved, yes, it's as a result of the Nash equilibrium being applied to the push-fold toy game. Now I'm no expert on game theory or John Nash or the Nash equilibrium, but I do know that it is, when we say it is Nash, we're making reference to the Nash equilibrium as applied to the toy game where you can push and or fold heads up. That might have been an all-in. That's fine. Okay, we'll wait. Don't think we lose much. Especially now with King 9 of clubs as well. It's a beautiful hand. Russell Crowe. I'm thinking of Good Will Hunting, aren't I? What's up, Sensitive Tony? Whatever. Have you guys ever seen the video of the guys out on the golf course and they're doing lines from Good Will Hunting? I think it was from Good Will Hunting. Yeah, it was Good Will Hunting. If you guys have never seen that, it's so funny. So they're basically just on a golf course and they're just like reciting like lines from the film. And he's going, "It's not your fault, Johnny. It's not your fault." And he starts crying. It's like, "It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault." And the other guys in the golf course are like, He's right. You know, it's not your fault. It's not your fault." It's very heartwarming. It's very sweet. I'm going to bet this flop because this guy is Tabula Rasa. Yes, the Tabula Rasa bluff. Good Will Hunting is Matt Damon, but his name in that is Will Hunting. Okay. I gotta go back and rewatch these. What's up, Martin Samuels? Welcome back. Always get me lifty. Good lord. Good lord. I'm renaming this channel. From now on, this channel will be known as Tabula Rasa Poker. Shuffle the chips. Really intimidating, you know? Jimmy, if you trap me, I'm going to write it down, and I'll never forgive you. Jimmy the Tabula Rasa Blaster. What's up, Smeebs? It is a great pleasure to have you here. So I asked you yesterday, Smeebl, I don't know if you gave me an answer. Are you working from home every day now? Oh, don't chop the pot like that. Get lost. What is that run out, guys? It's just life tilt inducing. It's stupid. Genuinely silly hand. That goes in. No. Yes. The ace is fine though. Ace 10 of diamonds, super beautiful hand. Super beautiful. Never lost a hand with ace 10 of diamonds before in my life. See? We're gonna do a big ISO here, guys. This is a 4 big blind ISO with ochos. Felipe. 6 and a deuce. Against the unknown player, we're gonna sneak in here more. Heart. What do we call this run out? No and a no. Goodwill Hunting is very high up there on my list. With Will Huntington. Nice. Comeback is on. Let's go. All right, 10 big blinds. The 7 deuce limp. Ultimate disrespect with 7 deuce here. That's okay. He gets the pot. That's okay. Yulia. Got him again. Got him again, chat. Okay, let's check. That's. And we're gonna check call this river, guys. We are good. And 8 deuce of diamonds against the unknown player. We got a pair and a flush draw. How much do you think we can win if we go like this? Uyakasha. Okay, how much fold equity do we have on the turn? Maybe not tons. Tabula Rasa. Nice. Queen 4, baby. Gotta run this one. It's too high up to folds. Even against the unknown player, we still need to call there because they will shove the whole deck for 4 big blinds. Which means Queen High is pretty decent. It's pretty decent, guys. Do this one. This one's a call too. Ooh, hello. All right. So back to the drawing board. We had him all in for the win there. He's gonna check this flop. He means he has nothing, so we got to give him some rope here. Raise, I think, is better. Cool. Trap ace 8 of hearts. Spike and ocho. Nice value bets. Whoa, Dr. Shove, thank you for the follow. That's a great name, by the way, Dr. Shove. I very much approve of Dr. Shove. Clubs! Come on, bro. Come on, bruv. Come on, my guy. King of Spades, Queen of Diamonds is a monstro. What is this maneuver? We got him in again with the best hands. The maneuver, mate. What's the maneuver? Don't panic, mates. You don't need to panic, buddy. Oh, follower! Dr. Shove, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Love your name, by the way. If I could go back and change my name to Dr. Shove, I would. God. Ocho. Come on, dude. Our friend Omega panicked and shoved Jack Deuce of clubs. Lim called it 10-9 here, too. Perfect. Perfect game. Perfect game. Really good. That was a bit of a sham. I'm not going to lie, guys. That game was ours. We got super robbed in that one. Follower! We got Omega robbed in that one. Oh, shit. All right, guys, bear with me, please. Shit! Okay. We got notes on this guy. Apparently, he is Omega punting. Yeah, this is good enough. Got the King of Poker. Got him. Oh, we gotta walk with kings. That's annoying. Hey, Murstyle, what's up? Have you ever heard of Rounders? It's a poker movie with Matt Damon. Never, never. Not me. Let's do this one. And then, how do we play this flop? How do we play this flop? I don't know how to play this flop now. I felt really clever when I was doing the move, but now I don't know what to do. Okay, we're gonna run it, guys. Wish me luck. I'm gonna mark this one for review. It definitely is a tricky one for us. Very tricky one indeed. Feels like the kind of spot against this player specifically, we just kind of assume we have the best hand pre and run it. So I feel okay about it. Now we can do the same thing again, but this time balanced. Balanced, balanced. We're so balanced. We're so balanced. We're gonna call, and if it, we're gonna check call any river here as well. We're gonna keep all the bluffs in. If our opponent has any piece of this, he's gonna win. We convinced him to bluff the turn, which is nice. See if we can get him back now. Okay, interesting. Okay. Feels good. Just betting the strength of his hand, basically. Basically, just betting the strength of his hand. No, not a dime, mate. Not a dime. It's annoying. Four big blinds got us dominated. This is the second game where we have been brutally robbed. This time we're going to commit it all. Wish me luck, guys. That's absolute bullshit. This should have gone in pre-flop. The fact that we get to the flop with ace king against ace queen is utter nonsense. Okay, sorry about that, guys. A couple interesting spots there. The ace king is fine. He just limp calls like more than half of his stack with ace queen. It's so stupid. This is definitely not good. It works out perfectly for him in this pot. So we ISO the big ISO. This is standard. Our opponent flats half of his stack. Driest board of all time. This one's going to be textbook. Let me mark a couple hands for review here, guys. So we have ace king. Mark hand. We had the big ISO with sevens. Mark hand. We had a big ISO with... It was all in this game, wasn't it? Kings. Okay, it's just those two. All right, cool. We'll mark those for review and we'll continue our session now. Yeah, really silly. There were two games against unknown players there. The one game we played awesome. We won loads of VV and then we ended up like he came back from one big blind where he won all the all-ins. That game as well, we managed to get him to commit all of his chips on several occasions for the win, including putting half his stack in with ace queen, which is going all in with ace queen makes sense. Flatting with ace queen there is no bueno, because he legitimately is probably going to be folding the best hand a bit too often. All right, 1, 2, 5. Two unknown players over here is nice. Where's this last game we just played, though? I want to make a note on that. Okay, cool. All right, we already pretty much got the note. It's fine. We pick up a straight draw on the turn. We might catch a bluff on this river. Right. Don't know this guy on the left. Oh, that's a nice flop. That is a nice flop, dude. It's going to be hard to get any value from this one. Nice. He calls with a queen high, so that means we've played our hand well. We sensed that he was not particularly strong, convinced him we were weak. That's some straight Art of War shit right there. Sun Tzu said, check to the river, and your opponents will never believe you. Ace-King trap of centuries? Never. No good, no good. No good. Might be a decent turn. Might be a decent turn. We're going to do a big ISO here. And then we're going to do folds. Ace-6 is going to be a tramp. Ace-Queen. Again, should we try another trap here? This guy isn't super aggro, but he's got to do something eventually, right? Eventually. The A6 limp call is going to be GTO. Against the unknown player, that's probably a mistake on our part. I think we probably make a pretty considerable mistake there against the unknown player. Jesus. Okay. Mark hand for review. The limp call is going to be approved, I think, but it's against the unknown player. I think it's maybe a mistake. Not nice revert. Liaizi. Liaizi. Nice. What is going on here? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had my suspicions. I had my suspicions about this character, but 3x stack 22 effective was 6 tray off. My goodness gracious me, senor. That's not what you want to do. That is just a little bit spicy, my friend. All right, 125 on the left. $100 on the right. Can we make it work here, chat? Let's lock in. Oh, for God's sake. Ah! God damn it. All right, aces are a really, really good hand. Watch this. Could you review on the 8-7 call fold hand, because I feel like I get mics many times in those kinds of spots. 8-7. Okay, let me see. Straight draw. Almost. Q6. Uh, 8-7 call fold. Might be this one. Nice trap. All right, we got it marked, buddy. Hopefully we'll take a look at that in a sec. King of poker is too good. King of poker, way too good. Oh, this spot is so annoying on the right. Fucking always has it, mate. Always. Guy is just so good. Always has the hand. It's so easy to win when you always have the hand. It is much easier to win when you always have the hand. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Come on, Nick. Okay, guys, let's play this heads up, and then I'm going to go fill my water again. Just give me 2 minutes to do so. What's up, Guru? Good to see you, mate. Okay, got some iced tea. We're going to try and remember what we were saying yesterday. We're going to try and bring that with us today. Yesterday was a very good session. It is mega hot in here. Okay. So far we're doing okay. We've definitely made a couple mistakes today, but we've been playing pretty well overall. We're going to take a sip. We're going to take a deep breath. And we're going to play poker. And we're going to play well. We're going to play well. We're not reaching. We're not trying hard. We are just playing in flow. We're just focused on what we need to do, and that's all we need to do. There's no other trick. We're just going to do the things we're supposed to do, and the rest will follow. We're playing for chips. We're not playing for games. That's the thing we got to remember here, guys. This is a game of chips and not a game of games. Protect the chips, and the games will win themselves here. Protect the chips at all costs. That's the name of the game. Alright, so this is an interesting one. We can actually raise this one. This one is going to be fine. It's Queen 8, isn't it? It's Queen 8 suited. Mark the Queen 7 for review. Queen 7 suited, 10 big blinds effect. I think it's Queen 8 suited we push there. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Queen 8 suited feels really comfortable. Queen 7 feels a bit too wide. Okay. This one's really close. Okay, fine. That one's dead close. Over jam here. Cool. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. King Jack. We have a jack. So over here, guys, it went raised to 3, and then huge bet flop. We have 100% equity by flatting that flop. It's very important that we keep those bluffs in to get maximum value. Tom says, "Are we doing an alcohol free bet again? Give it for August." So I'm already alcohol free, Tom. I don't know if you were here the other day when I mentioned it, but I am not drinking until Barcelona, and that started, was it last Friday or something? I guess we're gonna check again. Would love to see him turn barrel river here. We're losing to ace king, but we're not really that concerned about it. I think we're gonna call and we're gonna check river. Pretty bad run out for us, really. I'm gonna try and catch a bluff though here anyway. That's annoying. That's a really bad river for us to get paid. Our opponent has 10-9 as well. River 2 pair. 8 deuce. Not at this frequency. So I think it was since last Friday. Maybe it was longer actually. I can't remember now. This is going to be the big ISO to 3.5. Jack 9. We're going to limp. If he shoves, we're going to call. Very live. 7 tray. Still in range. Yeah, you went. Well done, bro. No alcohol till Barcelona. With the caveat, Curtis is going to force me to have a drink on Friday, and that's all. I'm happy to do it. I'm totally okay with that, but Friday night, there's no chance Curtis will let me off. It's his birthday, after all. No, that's not what I was saying, Ruthie. That was I can't remember when I started the no drinking bet, is what I'm saying. I think it's been like, it's been a while. Since Fatboy Slim, there you go. So that was last Sunday, actually. Sorry, it's been way longer, hasn't it? That's exactly right, babe. So actually, I can put that in my diary. So that was since last. Fatboy Slim was the 19th. So since the 20th, basically. I wasn't saying I had a drink last Friday. I was saying I think that was like when I started in my mind, but it was way before that. You're absolutely right, babe. All right, pocket nine, stars nuts, guys. Stars nuts. Queen six got a call here. This is against the reg. Nice. It's nice to win some of those too. Okay. Queen six. Just for like 6.5 big blinds. This is definitely fine. We're gonna check as a trap here on the left. He always has it, chat. He always has it. Without fail. He always has it, chat. He always has it, chat. These are all fully approved spots. No, that's not what I wanted you to show me, mate. Ah! Show me the right table, for God's sake. He's always got it, chat. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. All right, we're going to mark that one for review as well, but I am very confident the 3-bet is good against the reg. Always got it. He's always got it. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. I'm watching you, King of Poker, always watching. I'm going to triple off, guys. Am I? 5, 6, 7, 8. We're blocking the straight. Wish me luck, guys. No, we're not doing it. We're not going to do it. We're not gonna do it. This guy does not believe us. He's never folding a 9 ever, 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 ever. Fuck's sake, go away. I'm watching you, Wazowski. I got mugged and burned by a cigarette in an arcade there as a kid. Jesus. G-bus. King of Poker always has it. That's right. He's watching you, Wazowski. I think I was 10. But the good memory is from the Albatross camping where the older German kids challenged me to a swimming contest and I left them in the wake. Nice. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Oh, man. King of Poker's so fucking good, dude. It's kind of crazy. Are you guys surprised to see that he always has it? I'm not surprised. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Player always has it. We're going to make a flush on the left-hand side. It's going to be super cool. We're going to make a flush, guys. Watch this. Club! Come on, bro. Come on, mates. Okay, can't complain. That's fair. That was actually a very good outcome for us. We weren't flush over flush. And that is pretty special, guys. I got to be real with you. I'm watching you, King of Poker. 7, always watching. Okay, come on. $100. $100. Who wants $100? The King of the Poker. And his Kingdom of Poker. All right, we're heads up for $100. Chat, let's see what we can do. We're gonna one big blind bet this bad boy. And we are going to I can't fold yet. See what happens on the turn. We might be able to bluff this hand at some point. Oh, interesting. It doesn't feel good. Let's bet this one instead. We have the ace of clubs in our hand. which is usually a good thing. It's a pretty good thing. We're gonna put that here. So freak flop, we make 2 pair. This guy's gonna bluff his ass off, so we're just gonna keep all the bluffs in. Deuce of hearts is a nice clean turn for us. It is truly a majestic spot, isn't it, chat? All right, so let's go for the 3x ISO bluff. And over here, we're going to limp. 4 deuce against this player. We're still in. Attack the monotone board. I think we can just check flop here. We get some showdown. We got 2 pair on the river. We got 2 pair on the river. Yeah, we're calling the full pot. Nice. The 2 pair that we got caught us in the trap of the flopped flush. We get a walk with kings. That's annoying. Fucking running. We got running 2 pair against the flop flush. Like, come on, dude. Be reasonable, please. He's always got it, chat. Queen! That's hilarious, isn't it? He's always got it, chat. There you go. That's one thing we can learn today. He's always got it. Oh, top 2 against jacks. Top 2 against jacks. He's always got it. Hilarious. It's a real skill. All right, we're going to trap ace queen. Here we go. The tramp of the century. Oh, okay. How you like me now? How do you like me now? How do you like me now, son? Ace high like a boss. GG for the hundo. GG for the hundo. Okay, we're playing for chips, not for games. We're playing for chips. Remember that. What's up, JD? Not the card you wanted, but the card that you needed. Correct. Correct. Okay. Words to live by. We're playing for chips. We're not playing for games. Winning chips is what's important here. Sensitive Tony, that's a good question. Oh, King of Poker, always got it. He's always got it. Hey, Nick, I was thinking about this yesterday. As a recreational player, if I were given the choice of either being able to play poker for the rest of my life or consume poker content, view streams, WSOP, etc., I think ultimately I would choose to watch content. As a pro, I'm sure it's different for you, but I wonder about other people in chat. So, I mean, it's an interesting question because, you know, presumably you're watching because you want to learn about poker or become better at poker, which means that you're looking forward to playing poker and applying what you've learned. So it's definitely brutal. If we play the game straight up, what the hell? If we play the game straight up, right? The way that you're describing it, for me, definitely just play. And I know that's true because even when I thought to myself, I might, want to create content myself, I was never somebody that consumed loads of poker content. Like, don't get me wrong, I saw a lot of the people, there was a lot of people that I would watch and I thought, what's going on here? This is really, really weird. I knew and respected a lot of content creators. Okay, how do we approach this one? I think this is probably just 2. I don't know why my scroll wheel's not working. Nice. So I know that's true because there was a lot of people that I would watch play poker who I thought they're really cool. They were really good for the community. They were really good for poker, but I was never like sat watching hours and hours and hours of content. Like I was never a major fanboy in that department. The way he plays the 6-7 suit, I think is quite good, to be fair. But yeah, I was never a major poker fanboy in that sense. And like, I think that's quite a common one for me as well. A lot of people have said to me, like I'll be at an event and they'll be doing an interview and they'll be like, oh, Nick, like, who's like the guy that you idolized when you were becoming a poker player? And I have to say, like, idolize is a very, very, very strong word for me. There's a lot of people that I would watch and I would think like, wow, that you're an amazing poker player or whatever. But like, I was never like totally losing my shit over a particular player where I was like, oh, I just want to be him so bad. Like, so many people I respect in poker, so many people I just think were like absolutely awesome. Don't get me wrong, but like, I think it is quite common for a certain kind of person or a certain kind of poker enjoyer to be like really obsessed with one particular player, but that was never my thing. So I guess for me, it would definitely be play. But yeah, like you say, watching content motivates me to play. But if I could only play and never watch or interact with content, it'd be lonely. Fair play, mate. The Queen Jack limp call, I'm almost positive is fine. We're at like 11 effective here. Raise call, yeah. Mark can. Seems super standard. Okay, so a little bit more rocky today overall. A little bit more rocky overall. Where were we at with this hand? Was this like a 12? It was like a 12 big blind start. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to mark that. So the Queen Jack. Okay, cool. We got that in the box for later on. We can take a look at that. It could be that Queen Jack just wants to jam there more often, but we'll see. I'm imagining once we limp, we can't give up the equity though. It's a good question though, mate. I like questions like that. Okay, so let's lock in here again. We need to do some damage here. We really need to do some damage on these fools. Okay, interesting. Queen doesn't want to do anything there. There's a chance we could have turned our hand into a bluff on that river, to be fair. We might have missed an opportunity. We need to slow it down. We're playing a bit too fast here. We're playing a bit too fast. We need to think about these spots a bit more. Yeah, that was definitely a missed opportunity for sure. Yeah, for sure. That is a silly mistake. Am I missing Joe yet? Absolutely, yeah. Me and Joe are really tight. And to be fair, I conversed with him not that long ago, actually, while I was in Vegas. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go and visit him because I was seeing family in Vegas this trip, and I just didn't find the time in my short stay. But absolutely, yeah. I mean, Joe Stapleton. I don't want to talk about him like he's dead because, of course, we can just go see Joe. He's still live and kicking. Joe is still very much alive and kicking, so I don't want to talk about him like he's dead. But we are. Okay. But yeah, no, he's a ledge. He's a ledge. I love Joe. I think we're gonna go like this. Ugh, fuck. It's a good call. It's a really good call. I very much respect that call, but we have put the nines in a bit of a tough spot, to be fair, so I'm not super mad about it. Yeah, we always miss Joe, though. Can I make a straight, please? He's always got it, chat. Fucking guy always has it, and it's absolutely insane, dude. It's absolutely ludicrous, mate. Yeah, we're going to call the check raise here. We have the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, 2 over cards to the 8. I am going to anticipate Ego Rich is very capable of bluffing this board. Definitely not folding the 10. We have 2 pair. We have 2 pair. Oh! Oh! So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. We had the best hand on the flop and the best hand on the turn, and when we improved into 2 pair, he made a straight. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So you're saying we played the hand fucking perfectly. So what you're saying is we played the hand like a genius, and our opponent managed to make the straight where we had one of the straight cards in our hand that gave us 2 pair at the same time as making a straight, so we had to pay him. Perfect. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Really cool. I think that's really cool. What do you guys think? So annoying. So annoying. On a scale of 1 to annoying, pretty annoying because we absolutely drilled the spot. We really did. We win this hand on the right. We absolutely own the guy. We were absolutely in the right headspace there, and we got punished for it. Okay, so we're not going to get pissed off. We're just going to play. We're just going to play. We're just going to play hard. We're just going to play harder than before. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Play harder, mate. Play harder. Okay. Play harder. Just gonna play harder. The lesson is don't play hands well. Exactly. Exactly right. I don't really believe this, to be honest. Just shoving with 9 high. Just shoving with 9 high is a bluff. No big deal, guys. It's no big deal. We just literally shoved with 9 high because we knew he was bluffing. It was amazing. Literally just backed the guy into a corner. And we said, you know what, mate? I don't believe you. That's what we said. We said, sorry, bro. Sorry, John. I don't remember. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't be like that. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. I don't remember. Oh, mate. That's so funny. What? What are we doing with Jack Deuce of Hearts? What is this? Bro! What the fuck do we call this? What do we call that limp call? What is this limp call with Jack Deuce of Hearts, mate? What are we doing? What are we doing? Gets rewarded as well. Gets rewarded. Oh, mate. Too funny. Too funny. Good EV. Good chips. Good chips. Good chips. It's good for chips. It's really good for chips, chat. It's really good for chips. I can tell you that right now. Okay, king, queen, Kingston. King, queen, good hand. 10-9, not going to cut the... Make the cut there. Uzupan. 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 Four big blinds with ace jack of hearts like a boss. Yes, we don't mind getting these in the middle. Queen. 8. Nice. Nice hand. They always have it, chat. Well, we can rest easy knowing full well that that is a hand that we are always going to lose. Because there is no chance we're getting away from a hand that strong for 10 big blinds. Did we get trapped? Technically, yes. If he raises, do we go put it in ourselves? Yes. If he limps, do we put it in ourselves? Yes. So really, in reality, it's just a bunch of bullshit. And we can assume that other players will do the same. So what we need to do is play more poker, get to the part where we get to have the best hand. And we'll go from there. We'll take it from there, chat. At that point, we'll take it from there. King 5 suiting. Ajupan. Dangerous spot here for us. Quick check on the flop. Now he wants to bet half pot. Interesting. We're gonna assess this on a later street. The check flop half pot turn is fairly terrifying. Oh, for God's sake. Half pot, check flop, half pot turn, half pot river. God, it's so disgusting. We can't take notes and then call there against this guy. We're actually making a good fold, I think. It's a very sad story. Don't get me wrong, chat, but we already have an idea about how this guy conducts himself at the table, and yeah, this is not the one. This is not the one. The Queen's trap works. You like that one? Ace Queen of Hearts. Let's do a 2.5x ISO. We managed to spike the ace. We're gonna go for this size. Zill. Jack high like a boss. Nice. There you go. That, if that's not confirmation that we made a really good fold just a moment ago, I don't know what is. Don't know what is. Let's do the full 2x ISO. And this is fine. Can we win $125 today? Can we win $125 today is the question. It's a good question. It's a very good question. Nice hands. Mark the 5-4 suited. I'm pretty sure we jammed that one versus limp. Pretty straightforward stuff. Kind of like the last time we investigated this situation. We end up having two extremely live cards, by the way. We end up having two extremely live cards, so we lose almost nothing in chips. And I'd like to remind you guys very, very quickly, we're not playing for games. We're playing for chips. We are playing for chips, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're doing here. We're not playing for games. We're playing for chips. If we get all the chips in this game, we do win $125, but that's not the point. All right. Ace, queen, diamonds, ace, queen, diamonds, ace, queen, diamonds, ace, queen, diamonds, ace, queen, ace, queen, ace, queen, ace, queen. Ace, queen, diamonds, ace, queen, diamonds. Ace, 8, diamonds, 5, 4, hearts, go. Ace, deuce, clubs. Can't call here. Oh, let's go. 50 bucks, baby. 50 buccarinos. The king 5 is a jam. Just keep smashing into him. We got to keep I'm going to limp this. I'm going to do something so unusual to trap this guy specifically. We have successfully tramped this gazer with the limp. Situational awareness activated, guys. Situational awareness activated. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. Nobody loves it more than that, guys. I'm telling you right now. I think we have to call. Lovely stuff. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. Take it away. Take it away. Martin says, anyone have any decent dinner plans? I'm trying to sort out something. What you mean for you're looking for food suggestions? How about you have a nice curry, mate? Curry is pretty much always the correct answer. Or ramen. Or ramen. What the fuck is going on here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Lim call super shallow BBB was 5 deuce suited. We exploit raise 10s. Okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense. That story checks out based on what we just saw a moment ago. We can shove ace deuce here. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like that spot. Nine, 7 of hearts is pretty much the nuts, by the way, guys. Clubs are dead. Straights are very live, though. Yeah, baby. Yes, mate. We love that. We absolutely love that. I'm going to mark that one for review as well. I'm pretty sure that's top shelf. Top shelf jam. King 9 jam. Making jam with the 10-9. Making jam with the ace thief. Making jam with the ace deuce. Nothing but jam. Making raspberry jam with the queen 7. Start with a bet. Getting check raised here would be kind of annoying. We're not folding though. So the straight gets there, that's relevant. We are out kicking a 4 that might check raise here as well. Oh, now we're overbet jamming. Okay, interesting. I don't think this is how he plays a 6. So therefore, I think we're calling because we have a really good 4. Story checks out. Oh, look at the cards. They're so live. The the cards are so alive, chat. Sorry, guys. I'm getting some really funny messages over here. Okay, this is probably also technically a call. I'm going to take it out against the unknown player. Oh, that's too funny, dude. That's too funny. Wind up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, fuck it all. My friends are really funny. Okay, so let's take a look. ABC Cesar, what's up? Nick, did you see that there were $2 million spins recently at the $5 stakes? Maybe you should play $5 spins as well. I did see that. In fact, I didn't just see that. I also have the recordings of the games themselves. I'm going to be making some content with those in the very near future, probably tomorrow morning. I did a voiceover over one of them just now. Where are we at? 14? This is 14, right? Yeah, this is fine. I did a voiceover over one of them this morning, actually. And I will be maybe making some YouTube comments with those. Okay, against this guy, we're going to take out the bottom of the shove, and we are going to continue to limp here. Take a card. Go on, just give him a 7 and we win the whole stack here. Give him a 7 and we win the whole stack. 2 is probably good. This one's in or out. Out. That's what I'm talking about, baby. What did I say? What did I tell you, chat? Give him the 7 and I will make jam. Give me those lemons. You know what they say about lemons, chat? When life gives you lemons, say fuck the lemons and bail. Name that film. What film is that from? In fact, I forgot. Wait, no, I'm not going to cheat. I know where that film is from. I know what it's from. I think I know what it's from. What film is that from, guys? That quote. When life gives you lemons, just say fuck the lemons and bail. I am going to 2-barrel bluff here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 2, and then we'll shove the turn. Wish me luck, guys. I hope he doesn't have an ace. Nice hand, sir. So we want to make a note about the fact that he flatted with the ace here, because that is exactly why we're playing our hand that way. Most people will play their aces more aggressively than that, which is totally cool if he's not going to do that, but we just want to note it down for future. Otherwise, the move is going to be absolutely flawless victory. This was at 14 effective. Like I said, I don't think that's bad necessarily. It's just that generally people will play their aces more aggressively. I did size up my pre-flop steal as well, which might be another reason why he decided to slow it down. But as played, all good. We just want to be aware that he's gonna have some stuff there. So this is an interesting one over here, guys. I do think this guy is probably some kind of a reg. I think we're gonna give him a question mark. We have a 10x multiplier anyway over here to pay attention to. Let's finish up this game on the left, and then we'll maximize our 250. Just have a bet here. This is an interesting spot for us. This is an unknown player opening to 3x. The 3-bet jam is probably very good here. I don't know. Maybe we're overthinking this. I think maybe just jam. I get in my own head about the 3x steal, but if it's an unknown player, they're probably just using like standard bet buttons. And so for that reason, I think we're just going to take the big blinds off him. Winning 3 big blinds there is obviously very, very good for us. Trapping ace-8 suited up here on the left. Calling a jam all day long. Making raspberry jam. Making raspberry jam. Oh my god, kings in the 250. Come on now. Come on now. King, don't you be so fucking ridiculous. Don't be so ridiculous, mate. That's tough. That's a tough one in the 10x, guys. Wow, you really got the chips in there too. Okay, well, it is the longer structure. We have 5.5 bigs. So we have a little bit more time to find the spot to get the double. And we got the chips in good. And I remind you, chat, we're playing for chips. We are playing for chips, all right? We are playing for chips. Not over yet. The all those chips that we aggregated before we lost our all in with the kings, all of those are still working for us here. All right, ace-3 of diamonds is a good hand. We can get the double here. Wish me luck, chat. Full comeback is on. Full comeback. Full comeback. Once we got 11, that's how you know we're dangerous again. We are muy dangerous now. So if we know this guy is raising extra large, I'm going to sneak in a trap here. That was a very quick check on the flop. We're going to bet the turn like this. And on the river, I think we have the best hand very often. This is probably the best way to find out. If we do this, 7 will call, queen will call. This is better. This is good. Cheeky value bet with the ochos. 10 big blind stack back in the mix. King Jack of diamonds, guys. This is a really tricky one, because the min raise here is strong against anyone. However, oh man, this is rough. All right, wish me luck, guys. Nice, that's fine. We can win the flip. We were strong, we were strong. We played it strong, guys. We're calling any jam here. Definitely a bet flop situation. Question mark as to whether or not we bet turn. Come on. Let's go. We're not going to do it here. All right, so we're guaranteed at least 50 bucks. We're heads up against a player that I think is pretty good reg. Pair of jacks with the 4 clubs. Okay, let's bet flop here. We've been talking a lot about this exact spot, guys. James Besley, thank you very much for the follow. Queen 9 of diamonds. Start with a limp here. Backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight draw. I think bet flop is cool here. If we get check raise, we can still call. This should be a really nice turn to barrel as well. So let's go for... Let's just do this size. Oh, walk with the ochos, tough. Queen 10, min raise this time. We are battling, chat. We are legit battling here. Okay, this is going to be one of our 612. This is just a straight 6 because we're at 18. So this is 1/3 of our stack we ISO. All right, wish me luck, guys. Come on now. The full comeback for Nick, please. Please. No, no, no. We played so good in this game. There's no chance you give the ace-queen the double early and then you don't let me win that flip later on. There's no chance, guys. Damn. That's just not right. That's so not right. We got absolutely robbed there, guys. We did win some money in that game. We won a ton of chips as well. But I'm going to update my total here as well. Come on now. Come on now. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. We were absolutely messing him up there. Ace Queen versus Kings, no good. Ace King versus 4 is no good. Tough. All right, let's take a look at some hands for review. Let's actually take a look at today in chips as well. Okay, so today's session, again, somewhat sort of flat line. We did manage to eke out a small EV profit in the end, but we were really, really all over the joint today. That last game did a lot to get us back towards sort of a closer to break-even spot. We ended up down $50 overall, which isn't bad considering the fact we didn't really win any EV today. And if we take a look at this month, you can see that we're definitely sort of on this decent trajectory here. We've held our own here decently. If we're looking at this year, we are definitely trying to head up and in this trajectory more. All right, let's do some review. I'm going to close the PokerStars before we do that. PokerStars is now fully closed. The client is no longer open on my desktop. And let's take a look at some spots. So we jammed Queen 6 suited here. I'm going to fire up GTO Wizard over here. Get this on the screen for you guys. I'm pretty sure this one will just go. Queen 6 suited is a jam. This was at around 5 big blinds effective. All good. That one's done on mark. Pretty straightforward. Ace 7. 5 big blind jam. I'm assuming that Ace 7 is going to crush this range. So the shove to isolate with the 1 big blind makes perfect sense to me. Again, a lot of this is just going to be the pre-flop checking, guys. So I'm not that concerned. This one's got to go for sure, right? Easy, cool. Pocket 7s. We limp and we go for one of our big ISOs. So I believe it's 7s, 8s, 9s, our big ISOs. Our opponent calls and then we arrive here. Now, I would say outside of what GTO says here, we have a note on this guy that he's playing a very, very weird wonky range. So him arriving on this board is not going to look the same as it will in GTO land. So I think we basically are checking to try and induce because I'm assuming he's going to panic with almost the entire range. He ends up getting the rest in. This is basically the effective shove, so we put the rest in for him. He has king jack. Fine. I think that everything here is okay, generally speaking, but let's see what GTO says. Yeah, all good. Pretty standard stuff. Check is better. All in. Yeah, this is effectively the all-in cold. So this is approved from GTO. What's great about that spot is that guy we already have notes that he was playing some very weird hands, which means that the shove is actually going to be like massively outperforming. He might even bet 3.5 of his 5 big blind stack or whatever it was, and then fold to a jam, which would be huge for us in terms of EV. So here we go. We go for a big raise with ace king. Our opponent calls. We jam. I don't see any other way to play this hand. I think this is totally standard. This guy turns up with ace queen because what the fuck, but whatever. Cool. So pre-flop, let's take a look at the... Okay, they just want us to jam this one specifically. We might be too shallow to have a large ISO, but I don't know if that's true, actually. We have a big ISO still. Okay, so you guys can see where my head is at. Same shit, whatever. There's really not really that much of a difference in it specifically. If you look at the breakdown of this one here, the big ISO is identical to the raise to 3. Sorry, the jam is the same as the raise to 3 in terms of EV. So again, if we just assume that we have ace jack here, let's say that we do the raise 3, our opponent calls, the board comes queen 8, queen of diamonds, 8 of hearts, 6 of clubs. Ace jack. Ace jack is just going to be all in. Easy game. It's fine. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Job done. Same thing. Cool. All good. Confirmed fine, especially against the player that's going to play weird with ace queen. Ace 6, we limp. Our opponent jams. Now, I do think this is the correct call theoretically. I think against this player we've made a mistake, though, and I wanted to look at this one in more detail. Yeah. So if you guys missed it, I limped with ace 6. Our opponent shoves here. We dominate so many of the aces that shove here, plus he's supposed to have suited connectors. He's supposed to have like king deuce offsuit and stuff like that, I think. We can look at what the range looks like. So this is limp. This is the all-in range. You can see it's like king 6 off, queen 6 off, all these pairs. It's fine, right? It's good. Against a player that is not shoving these hands, though, this is a little bit more tricky. So, surprisingly, actually, 1 second. Okay, so let's do the EV comparison. This is what I was... These are the spots I was talking about earlier. These being played as jams is a really nice exploit. They want to do the large ISOs here at 17. Strategy is large ISO 6, 6, 6, 6. Fine, fine, fine. Cool. Just for reference, though, let's open up the NickWalshTV chart pack. If you guys are interested in the chart pack, this is available for purchase on my website one time only. One-time purchase, lifetime access. So if we look at heads up, big blind versus limp, and then we go from 15 and below, this is an easier way of actually like scoping out how the range changes over hands. So if this is 15, we're going to go 14, 13, 12. We're going to go in that direction. So according to my solves here, these are solves that were done with simple pre-flop and not GTO Wizard. You can see that we have a slightly different output here, and that's because of the way that it was constructed. But very similar in EV, I imagine. You're not going to lose too much. In fact, I prefer playing these hands as jams at this stack depth. We were slightly deeper, though, weren't we? The hand that we were looking at was 17 big blinds effective. So this is 17. So in my solve, they actually prefer jamming these hands, and actually I think I prefer that too. I think this is probably better than GTO Wizard in terms of how it plays against actual players. This is good. This is good. Okay, this is all fine. This is all approved. What I wanted to see was... Okay, so once we get to like 8, we're not going to be doing this as much. 9 is still definitely in there. Cool. This is fine. This is all good stuff. Cool. Keep that open. Get rid of this one. We've already done that one. Okay, a6. So here we have a steal to 3. We call. We appear here. Our opponent calls. They bet again. I don't see how we can get away from this. I think this is pretty standard. This seems all good. Yeah, there's really not much science to that. We call because we have the right hand. We call the flop because we make a pair and we have, you know, backdoor hearts and stuff like that. I mean, it's enough that we have a pair, basically. Our opponent bets flop, they bet turn. There's not anything else we can do. We give up, fine. Queen 7 of spades. So Queen 7 here, I think now, I'm looking at this. This is a 10. This isn't quite right, actually. This guy's really short. I think there's a chance we can shove Queen 7 suited here, but I wouldn't be surprised with the short stack if it's like Queen 8 suited. It's weird because the big blind is so short, so it's not one that I've got memorized. But we just folded it here on this occasion. If we look at the actual range, I think Queen 8 suited will jam. Okay, Queen 8 suited will steal, Queen 9 suited will jam. That's fine. That means that the Queen 8 suited jam is also going to show a profit as well. So a shove of 2, sorry, raise to 2, 3-bet jam, King 9 suited. Again, this is a spot where I'm pretty sure that we're right on the money with our actual range. Against human people, though, I think the range actually gets quite strong. But the 3-bet against King of Poker is correct. King 9 suited, Queen Jack off. So this is another interesting one. Queen Jack is probably happy to shove for 12 big blinds, but once we've limped and there's a jam, I do think we still call for equity. We will dominate a fair number of hands that want to do that as well. So let's take a look. So the pre-flop, yeah, the call, the jam is more frequent. And I want to take a look at this in more detail in a second, but we call, they jam, 100% call. Good. We've played this hand correctly. I want to open up the NWTV chart pack again really quick. And we'll do another sort of like slide down, as it were. So heads up in the small blind at 15. What? That was weird. Untrusted source. That's unusual. Anyway, so here we are at 15 heads up, 14 heads up. You can see that Queen Jack is just a hand that wants to be getting the chips in more often here. I would say probably in general, we're not doing enough of this. The shoving with the Jack 10, shoving with the Queen 10, Jack 10, Queen Jack. So this is 15, 14, 13. Once we get to 13, we're not shoving Queen Jack at all. King 9 is in there too. 12, 11, 10. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 12 big blinds and below, we can probably just default to shoving Jack 10, Queen Jack. That's probably something we're not doing often. We're definitely not doing these. We're doing these some of the time. So generally speaking, Queen Jack simplified to a shove there is good, I think, especially in the faster games. But as played was good. So this was a limp, and then we jammed the 5-4 suited here, and our opponent calls. We've been talking a lot about this. And again, if I make reference to the NWTV chart pack, we are going to see that the heads up big blind versus limp at 10 has those components in it. 5-4 suited, 6-5 suited, still jammed, 6-4 suited, 5-3 suited, jammed. And then once we get to 6-7, 8-7, 6-7, 8-7, 9-7, we need to be doing that large ISO size to balance these spots up here. But this is good. This is fine. That's approved. 8-5 suited, jam versus blind. So this is for 6 bigs. Again, I think this is just textbook. This is a spot that I think people will really cringe at because it looks weird, but it's a perfect play. Okay, nice. So actually a ton of pre-flop stuff there in the end. Not too many really in-depth spots to discuss, but that's still what we want to do. We still want to get through these hands. Pretty decent day today. We got through some more volume. If we filter for today specifically, like 80 games, hopefully, 59. And we are kind of just ticking over here. We need to improve our year chip EV, so we need some more days like we had yesterday. But overall, again, I think today was pretty solid, and we're going to play some more tomorrow around the same time, 2 p.m. If you guys don't follow me already, hit me up on social media. !Nick in the chat will give you some links. I'll drop them in there now. Pretty much find me at NickWalshTV anywhere, and drop me a follow. Let you guys know when I'm going live, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m.